I'm going to be doing a watercolor doodle painting today on some magic pour. I've got some watercolors here in a few different colors, so we'll be using those later. And I've also got this new set of brushes. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I saw these on Tracey from Mrresin GB. She's got a new channel called Mrresin Studio, I think, and I saw these on there. Aren't they so cool? Lovely little set of brushes, those. Tracey, you made me do it. Right, so first of all, I'm going to get some magic pour mixed up and then we can get started. I've mixed up some of the magic pour and I want the centre of my tray to be a blank canvas, but I do want some colour to go round the outside. So I'm just going to split off a little bit into another pot, and then I'm going to add to that, first of all, a drop of the Homeware Designs pigment in Ruby. So I think one drop of that, and then I'm going to add the Homeware Designs pigment in Amethyst. So again, one drop of that, and then I'm going to use the Night pigment from Boo & Nicole in the blue. So one drop of that going in. Oops, two drops of that going in. And then I'm just going to give that a little swish around. Let's get that stick out of the way. And then I'm just going to pour this around the outside of the tray. So just going around the edge with this. There, I think that would probably be enough. And then I'm just going to top it all up now with the plain white, and then just fill in the rest of the tray with this. I'm not sure if it will bleed out any, but we'll soon see. Well, that was lucky, wasn't it? Just enough. Right, okay, so I'm going to leave that to cure now, and I'll find something for that last little bit. Let me just see if I got my butterfly mould. Yeah, let's just do a butterfly, I think. Let's pop that in there. There we go. So that's my eco all used up. Right, so I'll see you back for demold. These have all cured up now, so let's get these out. I'll start with this butterfly. See how this one's turned out. Oh, it's pretty. I like that. Right, let's have a look at the tray. Let's get this one out next. Don't want to get any mucky fingers on the front, so let's be careful. Oh, lovely. I like that. It's got a nice edge into it. All right, so let's get some paint sorted out and then we can get on with the next bit. While I'm getting my paints ready, I just want to say a massive shout out to the lovely Gert at Gertcreates. She's the one that's totally inspired me to dabble a bit more in watercolors. She does the most amazing paintings, and all her stuff, to be honest, is absolutely incredible. So if you haven't checked her out, please go and check out the lovely Gert, because she's such an amazing, talented lady. So between Gert and Tracey, my bank balance is taking quite a hit lately, thank you. Thanks to you two. So you've got a lot to answer for, young ladies. Right, that's all my colours ready in my palette. I've got 2 cups of water. So one will be my clean water and one will be for washing out my brush. So, like I said, Gert does these amazing paintings and I haven't got the talent to do the lovely drawings that she does. So the technique I'm trying today is one that I've seen Mrresin, I think that's how, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not, Mrresin doing. So I'm just going to get a nice amount of water into the mix, and then I'm just going to splatter this all over my tray, just literally random dots everywhere. Clean my brush and then go on to the next colour, and then do the same again with that one. So same again, just tapping my brush and adding lots of dots everywhere. So I'll just pop you on a quick fast forward, I think, while I do the other colours, because I'm just going to be doing the same thing. And then I'll add some of the greens down the bottom. So I'll be back once I've got all my dots done. So now that's all my dots done, I'm just going to go in and do some rough petal shapes, just blending in some of these dots on here. So that's the first one. Let's grab some clean water from there and then do another one up here. Just going to grab a bit of colour from that one and add that in. And I'm just going to keep working my way around these dots and adding these sort of rough flower shapes. Let's do another one in the middle here. And then let's do one over this side. And then I think let's do another one down here maybe. Let's do a slightly smaller one down here. And then maybe one last one in here. If I can squeeze that one in. Right, so I'm just going to go back in to some of my colours now and just add some more of these colours, just to some of these. Add some more blue to that one and this one, and some more to this one over here, I think. And then we're just going to go in and squish around on the green just to give a sort of base at the bottom there. Right, and then I think I want to try and add a little butterfly in here. So I'm going to go in with, let's just add some blue and just do around the circle there, and another one in there, and then maybe drop a bit of the pink into there, and then just blend that in. Right, so I think that would do. Let's just blend that one in a bit more. And today's video is part of the Challenge Tracey videos. So I've challenged Tracey to do a watercolor and resin combination, so it could be either eco or epoxy. So she'll have a video up today as well, so there will be a playlist in my description box for her, and I'll also add Gert's channel link in there as well. Right, so I think we're just going to let this dry now, and then I'll see you back for the next bit. Now this is all dry, I'm going to go in with a green metallic colour pen and add in some stalks. So let's just do some quick little stalks in here. One there, one there, and one there. Let's do one for this one up here. Bring that one down there. And then this needs one, so that one can come down there and down there. And then we're just going to add in some rough leaf shapes, nice and doodly, and add one in there. Then I'm going to go in with a black permanent marker. So let's do the butterfly first. So I'm going to give him a little head there, and then a body, thick a bit in the middle, and then we're going to give him, let's make his head a bit bigger, his little bits at the top there. So that's our little butterfly done. And then for the center of the roses, I'm just going to do some squiggles. I think I need a different pen. It's not working very well. I'll just grab another pen. Right, let's try this one. So just some little squiggles in the middle there for the circles of the flowers. This pen's not working either. I need to find another one. Right, hopefully I found a pen that will work now. So I'm just going to go in to all the circles, or rather the centres of the flowers, and just do some little squigglies. And then I'm going to go around with my pen and just outline a really rough outline of the petals. And I'm going to go around a couple of times, just in different areas. So that's the first one. So I'll pop you on a fast forward, I think, while I do the rest, because I'm just going to do the same thing again to all of these.
Sunlight gleaming through the pane on my little houseboat domain. Got my molds and colors right, crafting algae day and night, floating gently on the bay, watching little fishes play. But my mind's on swirls and gleam, living out a crafty dream. Got my epoxy hardener too, mix them up a shade of blue.
Right, so next I'm just going to go in with some sort of rough grassy bits, just here and there, and let's do another one up there. And then we're just going to add a couple of little lines with some dots on the ends. One in there, let's do a couple over there. And where else shall we do? Let's do one there. Let's do a couple there. And then I'm just going to go around some of these leaves as well. Add in a bit of black to those. Right, okay, let's just do that line a bit thicker. Right, so that's how it's looking at the moment. Love that. So I want to give this a top coat of resin, but before I do that, I want to seal in everything on here, like the pen and the watercolors. So I'm going to use the Krylon Karma, is that what you call it? Karma varnish. So I'm just going to take this outside, give it a couple of coats, and then I'll see you back when that's dry. The lacquer's all dry now, so I've mixed up some 1-to-1 epoxy resin, and I'm going to add to that some of the Super Sparkle White from Tracey at Mini Scenes GB. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that into my resin. I think that would do. And then give that a good mix in. And then I'm just going to pour this straight over the top. There's quite a few bubbles in this resin at the moment, but that'll be okay because it's only going to be a thin layer. So let's just get all this out. Don't want to waste any. And I think I probably want this to be like a wall hanging as opposed to a tray. So it's not going to matter too much how thick this resin is. So I'm just going to work this all the way round to the edges. Just turning it as I go, just so as it can naturally just find its way to the edge instead of scraping it and doing any damage to the picture. So I'm just going to keep doing this until it's covered everywhere. So that's got a nice even coat everywhere now. So I'm just going to use my torch. This is just a cigarette lighter, so the flame's not too strong on this. So I'm just going to give this a quick zap, pop any of those bubbles, and then I'll see you once this is all cured. This is all cured up now, so that's how it's looking. Beautiful, love that. So that's my watercolor and eco piece finished, and I think what I'm going to do is, instead of making it into a wall hanging, I can either display it on a plate or have it as a tray still, so that can stand up on there. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and don't forget to check out Tracey's premiere at 9 PM tonight and see how she's interpreted watercolor and resin. So stay tuned for the pictures, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Sunlight gleaming through the pane on my little houseboat domain. Got my molds and colors right, crafting algae day and night. Floating gently on the bay, watching little fishes play. But my mind's on swirls and gleam, living out a crafty dream. Got my epoxy hardener too, mix 'em up a shade of blue. Pour it slow with careful hand. Let's start resin in the land. Resin magic on the houseboat, turning plastic into gold. Little trinkets, shiny new, crafted just for me and you. From a simple